Guys, talk about a weekend. Seriously, with all of the Murakami rumors, information, the leaks, the scandal, everything swirling around, there's a lot of information out there to sort through right now. A lot of photos have dropped recently. Well, leaked, I should say. So today I want to kind of break this down. I'm going to give you the information that I've found, that I've heard, that I've been told. We're going to try and kind of collate that into something tangible. I'm going to be going over some price points that we know of and models, designs that we know of that are coming. Guys, buckle up because this is going to be a journey. I want to love the whole thing, but honestly, I hate a good portion of it. But let's start at the top. We're going to kick it off first with the pre-order information. So rumor has it, and I've heard this from a couple of different sources, that the way that the pre-order is going to work, it's going to be based on how much you've spent this past year. So obviously, VIC's to the front of the line. If you spend $100,000 or more within the past year, you're going to get first pick. Supposedly, rumor has it. Then the next tier at the $50,000 mark will then have second pick, $25,000 mark, third pick, and then us mere mortals, probably you and I, let's be serious. I don't, listen, I'm an Hermes girly. I barely shop at Louis Vuitton anymore. I have like literally no client history lately. We can start pre-ordering then on the 27th. So again, is that rumor? Is it true? Is it just, you know, hearsay at this point? Not 100% sure, but kind of go by that. Speak to your essays, of course, be very polite to them, because trust me, everybody is going to be beating down the doors at LV once this all starts to finally drop and is announced. Now with this collection, oh my gosh, there are literally, from what I've heard, again, rumors, the rumor mill has been very busy this weekend. There is 160 pages covering this drop, and supposedly this is like the biggest thing LV has done in years, which, you know, looking back at the last few years is 100% believable. Let's just say that much. Now, if you want a little bit more information, head back to the last video I did on the Murakami drop collection. We also looked at some of the iconic pre-owned pieces for each drop, but it's going to be coming in 3 different waves. First, Multicolor is going to be hitting stores January 1st through the 3rd. Then wave 2 is going to be hitting stores at the end of March. This is going to be the Cherries collection, which I don't think we've seen a whole lot of yet in the leaked photos. It feels like most of these are concentrating on both the Multicolor, the Panda, the super flat, which we're going to be diving into here shortly. And then lastly, the third wave, which is going to be Cherries, will hit stores late May. So we have not 1, not 2, but 3 major Murakami collections coming to stores very shortly. Now with the Multicolor collection, which is what we're primarily going to be focusing on today, there's quite a lot out there. Now we have gotten a lot of good photos this week and a lot of good information, and I'm going to try and break this down into different categories. First, we're going to tackle travel. Then we're going to be tackling assorted iconic handbags, the Speedy, the Capucines, this, the, that, and the other. Then we're going to round this out with some accessories, SLGs, bag charms, and I'm going to try and give you as much pricing information as I can for each item in USD. So let's kick this off first with the Multicolor Keepalls. There has been a lot of discourse regarding this collection, and the Murakami Keepall is right at the heart of it. Now this bag, you guys, this is done in the 45, which is coming to us in when? January. Good, glad you were paying attention, taking notes down. Now this one, you guys, the price point. $5,050 for the Keepall. That is literal insanity. And I'm a little bit disappointed, LV, please take notes. This drop, it doesn't stay very true to the original designs, which I'm going to complain about more once we hit the Speedy. So let's power through these Keepalls first. But with this one, you do still have the pocket on the front, which is kind of reminiscent of the original. I think the original Keepall had 2 pockets. This one seems to be more flat to the bag. So, I mean, I kind of meh, it is what it is. I'm going to talk more about this key clochette here in a minute once we get to the Speedy, but I do still appreciate that they kept those trunk corners on this bag. They have the brass hardware, which we're going to get to here in a second. And I also like that they still had the studs kind of going up and around the strap supports on the front and back and the bottom of the bag. So overall, this one, I don't entirely love it. Absolutely hate the price point, which I think is insane, $20.25, especially now that all these other brands are coming forth and saying, hey, we messed up with our pricing, we're going to roll them back a little bit. LV is pushing ahead. Let's see if it works out for them. I hope it does. I could see it backfiring though. So next bag, and I am so mad about this. The black multicolor. Listen guys, in my collection, obviously I have 2 black multicolors behind me. I've got the Marilyn over here, Speedy over here, very iconic bags, but the best part about them, the colorways just pop against the black. You've got that big, rich, chunky vachetta on there, all that brass hardware, which they did none of the above for the new black multicolor. Listen, it's going to have nickel hardware, palladium, whatever. I don't know the material yet. Now this one, this Keepall 50 is priced at $3,900, so considerably less than the other Keepall we saw, because it's sans pocket, doesn't have all those studs. Apparently a pocket and some studs are worth $2,000. Depends on who you ask. But with this one, I mean, she's cute. I could see why they did it this way. I think that this has more mass market appeal. Listen, I don't think there's any men's collection from any of this really, but with this black colorway, having the silver hardware, not having all the studs, the cute hardware and this, that, and the other, makes it a little bit more mass marketable towards the men in the luxury sector. So I see why they did it. I just don't agree with it. I don't think it looks right without the brass hardware. It's a miss without a pocket on the front. Like for nearly $4K, I think some hardware would have been nice. I said what I said, save space. Moving on. Now this next one, this is the Panda, and this is part of the super flat collection. And listen, the Panda, the super flat, I don't know if that's going to be kind of rounded out into like another collection. Is this going to be another little drop in of itself? Guys, this collection is going to be massive, 160 pages of stuff. That's how big this is. And again, we're at $5,050. Okay, it is what it is, I guess. Those VICs who get first dibs, you can have it. I'll be passing on the $5,000 Keepall, I'll tell you that much. Now with this one, it's got the Panda on the front, which I love. It looks like the body of the bag is going to be done in an empreinte leather. Hopefully that Panda isn't just painted and it's actually like kind of pieced together like marquetry. Hermes would do it. I'm just saying. I love the little mocha hand there on the luggage tag. I like that the luggage tag doesn't have that cheesy metallic LV logo stamped on there. It's very like Coach, Dooney & Burke, Michael Kors, the fobs. You know what I'm talking about, the little hang tags. I don't love when they put the hardware on the luggage tag. Don't skewer me in the comments, save space, but it is what it is. Now of the Keepalls, I am most excited about the super flat one. It also happens to be the least expensive, currently at 3,000 euros, it says. She's cute. We'll take it. All right, so now there's also going to be a lot of trunks in this collection. Obviously, there's going to be that gorgeous big trunk. Instead of Marilyn, sadly, they're doing Speedy 20s, which just re-released the Marilyn. She's gorgeous. She's got the Ujani little clip on the front there. Absolutely fabulous bag. But apparently, we're just going to get some Speedy 20s in a trunk. Do with that what you will. I'm sure it's 150,000. But this little pyramid of trunks, she's absolutely affordable at only 23,800. I do love though with this one, it has like the brightly colored interiors in all of them. And hopefully the pyramid trunk, you get all four for that price. I'm just saying, it's only going to come in white though. We're not going to see it in the black, but I absolutely love the interior shades that they did. It looks like we're going to get a couple of shades of blue, like a robin's egg and a turquoise, a chartreuse and like a raspberry pink. It's a vibe. I can see what they're doing here. If you guys remember the later iterations of like the SLGs and stuff from the original Multicolor line, like the Insolite wallet and the Zippy coin purses, they all had these colors in it. So I see what they're doing. That's fun. Now this rolling trunk, be so serious. 12,900, again with the key clochette, which I'll talk about here in a minute. They do get bonus points though for having that like LV stamped vachetta around the edges like the trunks do. We've got the trunk corners, we've got the wheels. You fly once commercially, this is going to be ruined. 12,000 well spent. I'm just saying, I don't know. I think that designer rolling luggage is not the best way to spend one's money, but that's for me. If you love it, you do you. We also have it in the black colorway in the Horizon 55. This one's only 41.50, so a little bit more easy to stomach, right? I don't know. I miss the Pegasus. Can we bring back the Pegasus? The Pegasus had better styling. The Horizon, I don't know. I just never got on board with. This one's fun. The Saxian MM, which is going to be at $5,000, is making a comeback, which I guess I didn't realize they got rid of in the first place, but it's fun to see it back in. It's very true to its original design, minus that luggage tag that you all know I absolutely hate. I said what I said. We've got some mini trunks coming as well, and I'm kind of excited. Let's switch gears though and talk about Capucines. I have always wanted a Louis Vuitton Capucines. Now, the only problem with the Capucines is for that price point, it doesn't hold its value, or you could spend that money somewhere else and get a guaranteed return on your money. So with this, if you're interested in the Capucines, always buy a Capucine pre-owned. I hate to say it, they're gorgeous bags, they're beautifully made. They come in a special box and dust bag. Not the best investment. But for $7,800, you could have a big goofy panda on yours, which is 100% a vibe. We've got this soft pink colorway. She's cute, little Capucines BB. And it looks like they're gonna do like a myriad of Capucines, whether they're just all done in leather with little punches of multicolor and those stupid luggage tags. I hate them, I really do. We've got a super flat one. We've got this one that's kind of done in like little metal badges, which is kind of a vibe. And rumor has it, and again, the rumors are swirling insane. What I tell you today, a week from now could be disproven or we get more information. So that's the name of the game when we're you know, like all sleuthing here on the internet, if you will. These are supposedly going to be numbered. So they are going to be like numbered. I think they can go up to like 100 or something on the little placards, because each of these Murakami pieces is going to get like a 20th anniversary limited edition plaque on the inside. For the Capucines, they had a 3-digit 0. So rumor has it these could be numbered and kind of rare. So maybe take everything I said about the Capucines earlier being a bad investment and throw it out the window, because it might not be true. Now, some of these are super incredibly cute. Some of them are just kind of basic and they've dolled it up for the collection. I do like the super flat one with the hands. I don't know. I think the hands are a vibe. Now, the Speedy. I'm gonna get so canceled for saying this. I absolutely hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I have never been so disappointed in something in my life. Like, okay, that's not true. We're talking about handbags. Let me get my example down and I'll share with you why I have a visceral hatred for the new Speedy. Buckle up. I present to you Exhibit A. Now, when it came to the original Multicolor collection, and I know I'm not alone in this, I've been reading the forums, I've been talking to other people, I've been scoping it out, and a lot of people kind of have the same thing to say. The original collection is oh so much better. Now, back then when they released this collection, they actually redesigned the bags to be the collection. They weren't just current iterations, you know, recolored with a couple extra pieces of hardware stamped on. They were completely reworked. So back then with the original Speedy, first of all, you had this gorgeous lock here on the side, which once you undo it, I mean, we've all seen a Multicolor Speedy, right? So you get the drift. But you have that luggage closure here on the side. You have it here on the front for the front pocket, which is fully operational as well. And having a lock here actually constitutes needing a key clochette. I hate throwing key clochettes on bags for absolutely no freaking reason, and they've kind of done it here in a roundabout way. I'll get to that here in a second. You also have the bigger luggage corners here at the bottom, wider chaps that actually have hardware studs on there, thicker handles. Like if you've held like a normal Speedy in your hands and then you've picked up one of these handles are noticeably more chunky. Like they actually fill my hand, and I'm a 6'7" man if you haven't noticed. So again, just some gripes there. And overall, like, this is just so much better than the new Speedy. I'm sorry, guys. Now, let's dive into why I hate the new Speedy. First glance, the Speedy, it's just a regular Speedy. They've tossed on some corners on it, and it's a bandolier. Like, why does everything need to have the option for crossbody or hands-free? Is it convenient? Sure, I guess. Does it always look great? Hardly. Now, this is the Speedy 25, which is coming in at $3,200. Or for that price, I just buy another one of these. Perhaps, maybe, I don't know. I do love my Hermes these days. Why do I hate it so much? First of all, the handles. We've got the regular Speedy chaps on there. They're not wide, they're not different. There's no pocket on the front. There's no real discernible quality hardware anywhere other than those teeny tiny little trunk corners they've put on with one rivet. That's right, the Speedy back there has 2 rivets. They're much bigger and much more fabulous. Now, this key clochette. I have some feelings about this key clochette. So first of all, I get what they're trying to do with throwing the bow on there. Sure, it's cute. Okay, I can play along. A lot of the older pieces had bows on them. Great. If you're gonna put that bow on there with the hook for the lock, maybe, hear me out here, maybe don't put that silly little fake lock on there so that way when I take the lock off my keys, I can hang the real lock on the key clochette. Mind blown. How much, superfluous name-dropping badging do I need on a bag that's already covered in multicolor? Am I alone in this? The clochette itself it's cute, it's fine. I mean, all they've done is make a bow and slide it on there, but having a fake lock on there when there's a real lock that I could take off the zipper pull and put on there makes absolutely no sense to me, especially at $3,200. Okay, moving on. Next up, we've got the black version, which just looks oh so wrong with silver hardware. I know a lot of people prefer the silver hardware. Personally, see, that's the thing. When it comes to Hermes, I prefer the palladium. When it comes to LV, I'm thinking, oh, antique trunks, brass, gold hardware, right? So just give us gold hardware or make it with both. Don't just assume everybody's going to want the silver hardware. I know a lot of you aren't going to agree with me with that in the comments, but you have to admit this double lock thing is pretty dumb unless you're giving 2 locks and one is the one on the key clochette is working, but then again, no, that's just dumb. Okay, moving on to the Nano Speedy, which is now $2,270. Again, we have a key clochette on there. Why? You can't lock it. There's only one zipper pull. There's no lock. Ergo, why do I need a silly little key clochette. It doesn't make any sense. And why does it need to go crossbody? It's a little teeny tiny handbag. Like you don't need to throw this crossbody. I'm sorry. Of the two, I find the white colorway less annoying, I guess, for lack of a better word. Moving on. Now the super flat Speedy. This is the Speedy 20. It's the only size the super flat's going to come in. Currently priced at $28.30. Now this is apparently coming in the January drop, so I guess we're going to be seeing the super flat and the Panda up front first and personal. Well, those of us who are VIC, good for you. I'm just kidding. Okay, super cute. Now let's talk about some other random bag styles. Now some of these are huge hits, and there's one that I'm super freaking excited about. Others, I could take or leave. Now this first one, I think this is called the All-In, and this is going to be a little bit more versatile. She starts out life as this cute little single handle bucket. Again, we've got that goofy little key clochette and locket situation on the side, but you can alter this to go more crossbody with the addition of an extra strap. Dooney & Bourke does that. Speaking of Dooney & Bourke, if their marketing team was smart, they'd re-release the It collection around the same time and kind of cash in on some of that, because a lot of us grew up in the early to mid 2000s, Midwest high schools. A lot of the girls, they couldn't have the LV Multicolor, or they bought fakes, or you could buy the Dooney & Bourke It, and a lot of the people at my school had Dooney & Bourke It. I still have a very healthy sized collection of it myself. Just Dooney & Bourke. I'll give you some business advice for free if you want. Now this next one. This one is it's gonna kill me not to buy this one. You all know I love a good East-West moment. I have my Celine Boogies. I have the Sue Hawley Longinue GM back there. I love a good East-West moment, and this East-West Trouville does not disappoint, minus the goofy key clochette, but we're moving on from that. Now this one, you guys, it is fabulous. It is a vibe. Apparently it's going to be priced at $3,450, so again, I'd probably just go for some more, pre-owned Hermes, but oh, that's tempting. That is really tempting, because for my height and size, I don't necessarily think I could pull off the original Trouville, but this East-West version, she's a vibe. I'm not gonna lie, I really do like that. Now we're also gonna see the carry-all, which is, again, I love that bag. I've tried on a few sizes in the store in the Empreinte leatherway, and I liked it. I did. Not enough to actually purchase it, but in this Multicolor, I'm tempted. If they would just take that silly metal hardware off the luggage tag, then I'm sold. Like, take my card. Now the on-the-go, I am not an on-the-go fan, like, ever. I've never seen one that I thought like, oh, okay, I really like that. For me. For other people, I can appreciate it. Sure, it's a gorgeous bag. For me, it's not right. I don't really vibe with it. But this one, this on the go, it kind of reminds me of the Sue Hawley, was it the Louis Vuitton? It's reminding me of that bag, and I love it because I think of all the handbags, this is the closest to that kind of true trunk inspiration that the original Multicolor collection gave us. They did it in a good way. Why it has a lock on there, can the on the go even lock? I don't know. I think that's superfluous. You don't need that on the bag. I'd probably take it off. Now with the on the go we're looking at 4,800. Be so serious. And next up we have the Dauphine GM, and I love a good Dauphine. Throw some Multicolor on there with the gold hardware. I'm sold. However, that's gonna be priced at $5,050 again. We're really loving that $5,000 price point. It's kind of crazy. We also have an on-the-go East-West, which she's a vibe, don't get me wrong. Again, I've never been the biggest fan of on-the-go. When it first initially launched, what was that, in like 2019? My husband and I were in Germany for a couple weeks for Christmas. Literally every single person that had a stroller had an on-the-go. And I've never been a fan of the reverse monogram, and it just, I don't know, it drove me a little crazy. But for the on-the-go East-West, priced at $35.50, I could almost get over the black colorway, having silver hardware and a goofy little extra lock that does absolutely nothing. I could almost forgive it for all that. We also have the Diana, which is a fabulous bag in and of itself. I think this is the Diana. What I like about this one, you have the option to go either top handle or crossbody, which is absolutely fabulous. There's also a little phone trunk pouch moment. We have the side trunk, which I know a lot of you are going to go crazy for. Now with that one, again, 5,050 rumored to be at. Really, why that number is so special, I don't get it. We're going to see a couple of different sizes for the vanity in both the black and the white. I think they're both fabulous. Now, the cosmetic bags. There's the cosmetic GM and then there's the cosmetic MM, and the pricing on those are literally oh so insane. So I was thinking, like, I could get the cosmetic PM. It probably wouldn't hold as much as my Posh Toilette 15, but I mean, she's cute. $845 though. That's like another Ralph Lauren Ricky pre-owned. That's almost a Fendi Peekaboo pre-owned. I could see other things that I would probably rather do with that than just to hold my Hermes chapstick. I don't know. there's better ways in my mind for me to spend my money, but if that's something you're into, you do you. Don't not do something because I'm not into it. It is super freaking cute though. And that's another thing. If you pre-order these things, I am very selective with the layout of my multicolor. Like, I have passed on so many bags because it wasn't the right layout of colors. I don't want to pre-order something and get like the ugly colorway. That'd be my luck. My SA would, well, I don't have an SA at all because I don't really shop there much anymore. I would probably end up with something like really, really bad in my luck. We also have these posh toilettes with the panda, the mocha hands, and my favorite, the big cute guy, but I can't even imagine what the pricing on those would be. We also have a large super flat. I think that's the 27 size. Now let's talk about the pochette accessoire. I know a lot of you are going to go crazy for this one. I actually like the white colorway. I think the chain they did, it's unique and interesting. I can appreciate that they have the studs across the top like the original. Still not quite as cute as like the pyramidal design, but we'll take what we can get. It is what it is, but priced at $2,100. Like, ooh, that is steep. I'm good. We also have in the black colorway, which again, they actually celebrated the rivets across the top again, 2100. Now with the Neverfulls, so far I'm only seeing super flat coming up, and with the super flat, the Neverfull MM, which is the only size that's coming out according to all these different sources online, is going to be priced at $29.60. And then we also have it in the Empreinte leather with the super flat imposed on it. How well that would wear, I'm not optimistic. I don't know. I don't know. There's going to be a handful of Alma BBs, both in multicolor and epi with the panda on there. The pricing that I have is going to be at $28.30. I'm going to guess that's probably for the multicolor monogram canvas and not for the epi. I could see the epi, since it's like a treated leather, being a little bit more. Only time will tell though, so I'm kind of curious to see how that plays out. But with the Almas, they're super cute. I think it's a little busy both with the hands LV and the panda on there. It's a lot going on. I'm thinking this would have been really cute with just the hands in the corner. What do I know? I don't work at LV. We also have the pochette with the panda on it, which he kind of sticks up out of the top. I like it, but then at the end of the day, it's also kind of giving like applique, like I got like a panda pen and just stuck it on. So I don't know, I could take it or leave it. And we also have something called the Karo Karo, which is like a little basketball on a Vachetta strap with a bow. I could see that being highly collectible. So if you have a chance to get your hands on that one, snatch that up. I'm sure it's going to be close to like 6, 7, 8, 9K. I could see this one. This is going to be the collector's piece to go after, in my opinion. My humble opinion. Now I'm excited to see the Sarah wallet kind of come back. That's super cute, and they really stayed true to the original design, which is exciting. We're gonna see the Rosalie. I think she's gonna come in like epi, pandas, multicolor, different colored interior, so that's gonna be fun. The ZCP, or the zippy coin purse as we all call it, that's gonna come back in like either the Empreinte leather to match the Cousin bags, or you can also get it in the monogram, which haha, bummer for me, it's got silver hardware, my bags are gold. Dumb. You have the full-size zippy, which I love. I have the Suhali version in my closet. And then we also have the Venice backpack, which I know a lot of you are big fans of. The Venice backpack, she's gonna be pricey, $4,300. Again, with these prices they've announced, I'm kind of interested as we head into 2025 and with everything going on, you know, economically, politically, and everything else. These prices are going to be a big ask, I think, for 2025, but we'll see how it plays out. There's also going to be a myriad of like little trunk pieces, and the Petite valise will be priced at $11,100. And for some reason, the key clichette has a stupid lock on there when it's already got the lock on the top built in. So what did you guys think? I want to know your thoughts, your comments. A lot of this I love, and I love it because it's nostalgic for me, as it is for you. Listen, us millennials, we grew up, we couldn't afford to buy this stuff at the time when it was new in stores, so we've been working the pre-owned markets and picking up the pieces we could. I will probably still prefer the original pieces, just because I think with anything these days, the quality of the originals are going to be so much more superb than what they're going to be coming out with here. But again, that's just my opinion. They could surprise me, and this is the best thing they've ever done, because listen, LV's not in a good position, you know, economically. They've had some really down quarters recently, which is surprising for them. Normally they kind of, you know, pull through any type of economic hardship, but they've seen the struggle, and to come out with this collection but then have it priced as it is, and then VICs, you know, $100,000 over, get first pick, those are some weird choices to me when they need to kind of becoming, you know, a little bit more accessible, if you will. The pieces that I would probably personally try and get myself are going to be, if the ZCP comes in white with brass hardware, 100% snatching that. The Rosalie I could see myself snatching up. The cosmetics bag, maybe $845 though. That is so steep for a cosmetics bag. I almost bit my tongue when I had to pay like $450 for my Posh Toilette 15 a few years ago, so paying double does not sound appealing to me. That Trouville, that East-West Trouville, Oh my god, it's so good. With any hyped LV drop, these are all going to be on like Fashion File or the Real Real 2-3 years from now with like half their price. So I don't know if I just want to like wait and hold off, or if I want to at least get like a little key clay or something. And listen guys, what I showed you today barely scratches the surface. There are so many photos out there now, so much information, hearsay, rumor, this, that, and the other. So like I was saying, it's entirely possible even like a few days from now after I drop this, that all of this has changed and you know, more stuff's added, some of the stuff's taken away. We don't know. It's going to be interesting to watch this play out. Personally, I'm kind of excited. I'd like to go in and maybe I'll be able to pick out a piece or two, but only time will tell. And I'm a little curious to see how this all plays out. Let me know in the comments, guys. Is there anything that you're eyeing? Is there anything you're excited to see? Do you also have a visceral gut hatred for the new Speedy? It's so bad. I wanted to love it. I really did. Because I was like, oh, if it's as good as this one, I'll buy it in the white and then I'll have both. And then they dropped whatever that abomination was. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, guys. Let's get a conversation going. And until next time, stay safe, have fun. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.